What's up, fam? It's your girl Stephanie, aka Idini Hastu Sapapa. And let's shuffle up and see what messages come out for the collective. Divine forces of unconditional love, light, peace, health, prosperity, and everything good, lovely, and wonderful. What do we need to know for our highest good at this time? Okay. All right. Wow. And I was kind of questioning that, as if just questioning if I'm doing enough. And the bottom of the deck card is, in stillness, I am deeply secure. So it is all working for my good, no matter what is happening. It is all working for your good. You may feel pressured to be doing something. It's not 100% necessary. Everything is working for your good. So don't be too hard on yourself if you are feeling a little sluggish. If you're feeling a little fatigued, don't feel guilty. With so much stuff that's just up in the air right now, can be emotionally and mentally, spiritually exhausting. The energy is very heavy. So again, don't be too hard on yourself. Even when it comes to relationships, don't be too hard on yourself. 2 cards just kind of flew out. So we got the 6 of Wands in the reverse, and then, wow, the 6 of Swords in the upright. Remember, the reverse cards kind of, for me, gives external energy. So it feels like, there's someone that feels defeated, but you are moving on to calmer waters. 6s represent, for me, healing. Someone sees you as possibly having the upper hand, and you're cool, calm, and collected with how things are, where you are. And again, that just kind of clarifies the bottom of the deck card. In stillness, I'm deeply secure. There could be a relationship or a situation where someone is expecting you to maybe get mad or to get angry. To feel defeated about something. Not able to move on to calmer waters, but it's completely the opposite for you. Alright, so bottom of the deck, when it comes to the tarot cards, we got the 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. And then this selection of cards, because there's 2 different decks mixed together. The bottom of the deck is Angel of Expression. Speak your truth and express yourself clearly. And I just feel like in stillness, you're standing 10 toes down and whatever it is that you feel, and you saying it with your whole chest. You are expressing yourself clearly and you're standing your ground. That's why someone may be feeling defeated and seeing that you are victorious, no matter what, you know, your financial circumstances may look like, or whatever your 3D life may look like. Spirit says you can be deeply secure that everything is working out for your good, and that you can speak your mind, speak your peace. First card, we're going to clarify period, because you vibrate high. Right? First card to clarify that period. The Chariot card in the upright. You're moving forward with willpower and determination. And period. And this is a number 1 card, okay? And ones represents new beginnings. Right? You are being your own knight. Says you can be your own knight. Again, like I said in the first card, someone is feeling defeated because you're moving on to calmer waters. You're no longer looking towards these people to validate you. In stillness, in their lack of validation, in their lack of approval, in their lack of doing what is needed to push this relationship forward, you are deeply secure and know that everything is working out for your good. Look, the card underneath that is the time for that relationship has passed, and you're secure in that, because what you're vibing high, you're moving forward with willpower and determination, and you're going to be your own knight. You're going to be your own knight in shining armor. You can protect yourself, you can cover yourself, and with the assistance of your spirit guides and spirit team. Next card we're going to clarify is too much negative thinking. And this could be what is going on with your person, which this could be what has them stuck and stagnant, not able to make the moves that are necessary to move the relationship forward. But this could also be your energy, right? Because remember, you may, in this stillness, you feel like things aren't moving, things aren't moving forward, but they are, with a intensity that is of the Chariot. This is the card. You better get with the program or move the fuck out the way, or you're gonna get you're gonna get trampled, because you're no longer, this is giving the energy, you're no longer holding yourself back. Like the card says, you're speaking your truth and you're expressing yourself clearly. And you're living life for yourself. There's a lot of changes happening in the heart area for you, whether you know it or not. This is in reverse. So these people see you as someone that is starting to live life for yourself. Like I said, with the sundress, some people feel like, oh, she wearing that sundress for me. No, you're doing it for yourself. You're evolving and elevating for yourself in reverse. And it says angel of self-worth. People see you as someone that is building your self-worth. It says you are currently undervaluing yourself. It's time to regain your self-worth. And I do feel like this is the energy you're in. And isn't that ironic how it matched what I have on? And then I have my little headpiece on, and there's a gold star over this angel's head. Okay? You're about to stop undervaluing yourself. That is coming to an end. You vibe too high. You have too much power within you to do that in the first place. And especially to be waiting on a person, place, or thing, man, or mother, sister, family member, whatever, to validate you. You have too much power within yourself to allow these people to project this negative thinking onto you. Because that I was going to say, it doesn't those energies don't have any business being in the same vicinity. But we have Daughter of Pentacles here, which pages represents new beginnings. Wow. And this card, again, this kind of, the color matches this, and the wings are blue like my top. But it says angel of joyfulness. Something wondrous and magical is about to happen. That's why you just need to be in this beautiful new energy of anticipation. Like, I really do feel like you are evolving. You're, I feel like the energy has settled as you have undergone a major transformation, a DNA upgrade. And that's the reason why you're in this daughter of Pentacles energy. Like this new self-worth energy. All of this is new for you as you have accessed this new self-worth. And then we have the villain card here in reverse. It says you can always rewrite the story. Right? You can always rewrite the story and change your trajectory. The number is a 38, which represents the number 11, which is a portal, right? So, some people may see you as the villain because you know your worth and because you're not holding back your tongue anymore. You're expressing yourself, you're speaking your truth, and now some people may see you as a villain. But again, you're moving forward with willpower and determination. You're no longer doing things to coddle people. The time for that relationship with that person that owed you has passed. You are new, and whomever is going to be in your life going to have to get used to the new you. People in your life is not receiving that same wish fulfillment that they had when you were people pleasing. And we have Angel of Vision in the reverse. These people see you following your dreams, following your desires, your goals. It says someone is not revealing part of the story. Trust your feelings over what other people say. And I feel like people see and notice that you see right through them. Right? There's someone holding back possibly love for you. But you know your intuition is on point. So trust your intuition. Trust your intuition. I'm looking at this card here. They don't know how to handle you with the care you deserve. You're gentle, you're innocent, right? And these people are you're an angel of joyfulness. That's the type of energy you embody. These people these people are so used to drama that they don't know how to handle you with the care you deserve. They just know how to keep being fuckboys or jealous bitches. It says move the fuck on somewhere. Stop projecting good onto these people who refuse to do the work, who wants to stay bound in negative thinking. That's not energy that is conducive for you. So the next card we're clarifying is radical acceptance. You have to have a radical acceptance for the fact that the time for a certain relationship is past, that it's not going to be what you want it to be. You know, let go of the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. There's no unfinished business. Don't allow yourself to bind yourself to a certain relationship. Now it says that person would have never lived up to what you needed them to be. They're never gonna. You gotta have radical acceptance that that person is not willing to do the work. They're willing to continue to love bomb you, because it literally says that person that love bombed you would have never lived up to, and then blank blank blank, never lived up to your expectations. And then we have the World card in the upright. That cycle is ended. Either they're gonna have to do the work or you're moving the fuck on. Because like we have the Storm card in reverse. Every hurricane comes to an end. This is how people see you. They see that the hurricane and this number 44, which represents a firm foundation. You're becoming very much so solidified in who you want to be and become. You're not becoming, you have become. Now your energy is just settling. Right. Again, the energy is settling. That hurricane is ending, where there was a whole lot of stuff going on and you were confused. Now you're about to see. Now you're seeing clearly. Now you're seeing this person for who they are. Now you're seeing you for who you are. You're valuing yourself more. You are, increasing your self-worth, knowing that you are worthy just because. Like the bottom of the deck card says, in stillness, I am deeply secure. It is all working out for my good. It is all working out for my good. Tap into a miracle mentality and massage your brain. I feel like having a miracle mentality is just a spot treatment for your brain. It feels really good to have a miracle mentality, to activate your imagination. Like you have no idea what you can grow into. It says boundary crystallization needed. So you need to really set some healthy boundaries here. Have that radical acceptance. Continue to vibe high, because dealing with this person has you in this energy of too much thinking. Too much negative thinking. When your natural energy is to be joyful, to be in that miracle mentality again. It's just something wondrous and magical is about to happen. So perhaps the something wondrous and magical, maybe this person, it will be changing that negative thinking and embarking on this new beginning with you. But ultimately, it's not given that. Even with this 9 of Cups here in reverse, that's the card of wish fulfillment. It's in reverse. It's not going to be wish fulfillment. And here we go again with self-love needs to be on 10. Your self-worth needs to be on 10. You need to speak your truth and express yourself clearly. Because this person is not serious. Like smash and dash. That's all they want. You know what I'm saying? In whatever category that could be in. Smash and dash, or, just get what they want from you drain your energy, and then go about their business. And that, that could be a family member that wants to drain your energy. But you're moving forward with willpower and determination, and something wondrous and magical and wondrous is about to happen to help free you. So it's time for you to start sowing the seeds to not have survivor's remorse. Because I do feel like there is something, again, wondrous and magical that happening that is going to separate you. You're being your own knight. You're vibing high, and you're moving forward with willpower and determination. Instead of allowing these people, that low self-worth, I feel is a projection that you have absorbed. Because this card here says racism or any kind of ism, whether it could be sexism, is a mental disorder. It's extreme insecurity on the other person's side. It's a weak person, or they lack a soul. Okay? You vibe high, but this person around you that is draining your energy, this is someone that thinks negatively too often. It was their job to pour into you, and they chose not to. Alright, so is this a family member? Is this a romantic lover? So we got the cups, 7 of cups in reverse. So this is the cup of confusion. It can be confusion. It could also be the cup of options. So whomever this person is, they do see that you are being enlightened to all the different options you have. All right. You're no longer bound. And you don't need their assistance. Too much negative thinking. What is this? You got the 4 of Pentacles. Came out sideways. It's kind of giving like whatever ideas you may have, whatever you're planning, you may want to keep it to yourself, because there's too many people around you that has negative thinking, and you need to be that angel of joyfulness that's in that receptive energy, which is in that divine feminine energy, which is possibly why this card came out with the in stillness. Stillness represents feminine energy. In stillness, I am deeply secure. Everything is working out for your good. You are magnetizing, no matter how still your bank account may look, how still your clientele may seem. Continue to move forward in willpower and determination, and believing in yourself, believing that you will be able to overcome. Stand firm. As the hurricane is coming to an end, that storm is coming to an end. 7 of Wands. When people see that you're going to be standing your ground, you're firm on what it is that you want. And that was part of the issue before. You wasn't 100% sure of what you want. But what you do know is that you're protecting your peace at all costs with the Father of Wands. You're going to protect and continue to grow. You're not going to allow someone to make you become stuck and stagnant. Because if they refuse to grow, you're just going to, they better get out the way or they're going to get ran over. Because you're not stopping. Okay? And if they don't be careful, they may get their feelings hurt. Because you're about to be expressing yourself and speaking your truth very clearly. And it may not be no coddling. And it may be a negative thinking because you're confused right now. And again, confused because things are still, but you feel all of this. You feel that wondrous and magical energy, but it's just not reflecting. Just be still. In stillness, I am deeply secure. It's given that angel of joyfulness, okay? Something wondrous and magical is about to happen. The energy around you is being charged. It's being charged up. So any negative thinking, you need to release that. You know, especially when it comes to walking away from a romantic relationship or family. You need to continue to make sure that you're vibing high no matter what. So whatever you need to vibe high, you need to do that. And part of that is having radical acceptance and being able to detach, because you are evolving to the next level with the World card in the upright. You have evolved. That old cycle has closed. And that hurricane, that storm is coming to an end. You're standing your ground. You know what it is you want. And you're overcoming this abandonment feeling. Just got the 5 of Cups to clarify the 5 of Pentacles. You're no longer crying over spilt milk. Those feelings of abandonment is what brought you to this point of evolving. You didn't allow that abandonment to break you. You became your own knight. And you move forward with willpower and determination. That's why you're being granted this beautiful new beginning without having to break your back to get it. Hey man, Spirit says just kind of be still. Be still. Because that's one of those, another cards of being still until you reach enlightenment. Surrendering. And it's in the upright. So Spirit wants you to be in that energy of surrender, this energy of stillness. And know that you are victorious. And that you are moving on to calmer waters. You are definitely moving on to calmer waters, and you are victorious. No matter what people may, how they want to try to paint things. Because you definitely have some powerful energies working and trying to work against you. And you're just minding your own business in this Daughter of Cups energy, in this new beginning. But even that energy is powerful enough. That Page energy is powerful enough to bring down towers. There are towers being brought down around you. And then I'm seeing the Death card here in reverse. Endings are happening. You're making executive decisions. You're making mind over heart decisions. That's how people see you. They see you as this really tough energy, hard energy, but you're really this, and you're receiving revelations. And happiness is coming, but you're moving slow and you're taking your time. And it's what Spirit wants you to do, but at the same time, there's a lot of anxiety in being still and still being able to find that security. It takes a lot of strength to do that. But Spirit says move slow, take your time, don't be in a rush to do. Because there are a lot of energies working against you. But you're overcoming the devil. You're overcoming obstacles. People really truly feel that you are guided. That you are a healer. And they admire that stillness energy in you with the Four of Swords. They admire the fact that there could be a hurricane going on around you, but you still know how to find the peace in the middle of the storm. And that you can retain your innocence with a firm hand. Like you embody duality in the most perfect way because you know how to integrate. You know how to integrate the energy. You know how to alchemize the energy. Spirit said, let go of the negative thinking. There's magical and wondrous new beginnings about to happen for you. You have overcome the storm. It's coming to an end. That cycle has ended. The cycle of storms after storm after storm has ended. The old you is done and over. You are walking in your security and self. You're walking in your self-worth. You're vibing high. You're not worried about those people that didn't pour into you, that were supposed to. You're moving forward with willpower and determination into new beginnings. And you are receiving that sudden revelation. There could be a sudden new love coming in for you as well. Look, Goddess of Justice just came out. It says what seems an injustice is actually a blessing. And so that could go with the political climate, a family situation, a romantic situation, friendship situation, whatever it is. Take it however it applies, but the angel of justice is here for you, right? And whatever may have seemed an injustice, i.e. the abandonment, again, it was actually a blessing. It brought you to this point where you are vibing high and moving forward with willpower and determination. Your true self is emerging. Because you weave together the crown you deserve with the thorn. You weave together the crown you deserve with the Thorns card here, and this is the number 14. There was another card that came out, which was a 41. So there's a lot of change for the good happening for you, of course. But other people see it or feel it or interpret it as change for the bad, for the worse. Because you're expanding your thinking beyond these people, beyond these relationships, because they're stuck and stagnant. They do not want, they refuse to grow. And they want you to continue to play small for them. But you're about your look, and that's the 41. I just mentioned that, there was another card. This is the 41 card. We have 14 and 41. You are expanding your thinking, which has you moving for your highest good versus, again, people pleasing. Angel of Families in reverse. It says the angels surround both you and your family at the moment. Okay, so whatever changes or evolutions you may be going through, if you are walking away from a family, Spirit wants you to know that you don't have to worry. Again, release that survivor's remorse that may come. You may not be feeling it right now because it's not, everything in the 3D ain't what it is, ain't what you want it to be. But when it does come, know that's the angel of justice working on your behalf. Again, these colors in this card matches what I have, what I decided to put on. The angel of justice is working in your favor, and that your family will be okay. Don't allow that to burden you and to keep you from taking that leap of faith, which I don't think you will. With the Chariot card out here, you're moving forward, willpower and determination. Bullseye. Ace of Pentacles in the upright. You're laser focused. You're about to be laser focused on what it is that you want. And there's not going to be a second chance for people that gossiped on you, gossiped on your name. There's not going to be a second chance for that energy with that Mother of Pentacles. You're very much so grounded and not fooling around with people that bring drama and chaos. That's not the energy you're going to be entertaining in this next phase of your evolution. Because you have awakened. There again, you have received a sudden revelation. About who you are, about your worth, your value. And that's the justice. You're no longer undervaluing yourself, and you're no longer taking the ups and downs you've been through in vain. You've truly healed your heart chakra. Something significant could be happening in the month of December. But you're no longer feeling worthless. And that's the funny thing. Like these days, pennies are... They say that pennies are worth more than the value that capitalism has gave it. It costs more to make pennies. It's I don't know if I'm explaining it right, but that's why the economy is doing away with pennies, because it takes more money to make a penny than what it's worth when it comes to capitalism. It says people need to understand that love ain't stupid. Desperation is. And I don't feel like you were ever desperate, but you do love hard. And a lot of people took that as desperation. But you just have a lot of love to give. And you wanted to share that with someone. But over-explaining often backfires. Spirit says stop over-explaining yourself. Stop trying to prove yourself. They're blessing with you with security and groundedness with the Ace of Pentacles. Again, things may seem still right now, like it's not moving, but there are wondrous and magical things about to happen. So don't allow too much negative thinking to get in your way. You need to make sure you are vibing high vibration. Know that you can be your own knight. Know that you have what it takes to move forward with willpower and determination. When it comes to a certain relationship, it's time for you to stop undervaluing yourself, right? And to know your self-worth, to know your value, to know your strength, and to stop settling for less. You're not desperate and you're not stupid. You just have a huge heart. Like I said, you've healed your heart chakra. You've always had a powerful heart chakra. It just got you in trouble a lot in the past because you were projecting good onto people. But that could be just as bad or detrimental as people projecting evil or lack of character onto you. Like it says, putting in, with you projecting good onto people, you're putting them in roles that they cannot fulfill. And you're trying to have a resentment and trying to punish them for a role you tried to force onto them when they told you, showed you. I mean, because they may not have told you, they may have love bombed you, but there were red flags. There's always red flags. You know, so they could say one thing, but their mind is actually focused on doing another. They can say, and do, say all the right things, the lovey-dovey things, buy you stuff, treat you like a girlfriend, but never have the intention of you being a girlfriend, or to never have the intention of actually committing to you. And the Spirit says you're about to stick the landing every time. Whatever you go for, you're about to be that person that is going to stick the landing. Everything you try, you're usually good at. And that's why you got to make sure you know for sure and understand that, yeah, there are going to be people that judge you. Maybe you may experience some racism, sexism, whatever the ism is. Have empathy for those people, because it's a mental disorder. But look what I flipped to. Protected. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. No ism formed against you shall prosper. I'm gonna write that part on there. No ism. Okay? So motherfucking can be as racist, sexist, or whatever that they want. They can underestimate you all they want. It's not gonna stop shit. Look, Angel of Self-Worth coming back out again. It's not gonna stop nothing because you're not gonna be undervaluing yourself anymore. You're regaining your self-worth. It says it's time to regain your self-worth. It's in reverse. People see you as someone that is no longer undervaluing themselves. They see you as someone regaining your self-worth. You are regaining your self-worth. Yes, at one point there was an injustice, but it was actually a blessing because it led you back to you and what's important. Showed you where you lacked, where you were weak, where you were projecting a role onto a person that they could not fulfill. They cannot fulfill, especially at this particular point in their life. They cannot fulfill it. Remember, we had Thorn card, which says you're weaving together the crown you deserve, and now we have the throne. So number 45 reduces to a 9, completion. Your potential is endless. The completion, the end of you thinking that you're limited. All this too much negative thinking, that's coming to completion, to an end. And you knowing your worth, you know that your potential is endless, and you're ready to tap into and truly emerge in your full creativity. Wondrous and magical things are about to happen. Angel of Vision coming out again. So trust your intuition is really powerful at this time. And the only way for you to really be able to listen and to receive those messages is for you to be in this energy of stillness and security. Knowing that all is working out for your good. High vibration, release the negative thinking, have radical acceptance that if it was meant to be, it would have been. Okay? Have radical acceptance that those people will never live up to what you need them to be as you have evolved. You've outgrown them. That storm, that hurricane has come to an end. The time for that relationship where you were suitable for that relationship and staying small, that time for that has passed. No mas. No mas. You're protesting. You're starting a revolution in this new beginning and believing in yourself. Okay? Good people don't go around making good people feel bad. Bad people do. And it's time for you to have radical acceptance that these people aren't as good as you want to feel that they are. They're not. You know it, and that's probably one of the truths you're about to speak. It says alchemizing raw emotions into pure focused actions. It's given that bullseye with the Ace of Pentacles. Aces shows you that spirit is present. They're messages from spirit. Spirit says they're helping you to alchemize the raw emotions that comes from you moving on to calmer emotions. You're alchemizing those emotions into pure focused action. And so the sexism could be coming into play. Because in you know, understanding your worth, knowing your self-worth, and with you not undervaluing yourself, it says made women independent of men, but not men independent of women's labor, right? So there may be masculine energy. It could be a woman operating in masculine energy, but it could be a man as well. That your labor could just be your emotional intelligence as well that has carried a lot of people. Your innocence in being connected to certain people was protection for them. That's part of your labor, you know. And with learning your value, and that this person is not valuing you, so you're going to be moving forward with willpower and determination, which is going to make you independent of said person. It's going to leave them incapacitated in a way. But you got to do what you got to do for you. Look, you will fall in love with yourself. You're not going to be dependent upon a man or anyone. A mother, a family member, lover, friend, or job. No, you are paving your own path. You're not doing the smash and dash shit. When you fall in love with yourself, you don't allow this type of energy. This energy that's not serious. You know, you're not it says don't overgive. When you fall in love with yourself and know your value, know your worth, you're not going to be overgiving to people that are not serious about you. Look, it says you were the storm they couldn't predict. And so this is you knowing your value and starting a revolution when it comes to your value. That's a storm that they couldn't predict, because now you're going to be independent of them, but they're not going to be independent of you. They underestimated what you brought to the table, because they were so caught up into the 3D, possibly on some 50-50 mentality when it comes to romantic relationships or whatever. But they said wanted to stay in your lane. They wanted you to stay in your lane and play small and allow them to keep smashing and dashing on your ass. But again, you have fallen in love with yourself, and that smash and dash shit ain't gonna work. Focus. You're alchemizing those raw emotions that came from being smashed and dashed and abandoned, love bombed. You're alchemizing those raw emotions of people making you feel like you're a penny with a hole in it, of people that made you feel like you loving them made you desperate or stupid. Nah, you're alchemizing those raw emotions into pure focused actions. Ace of Pentacles. Focused. Spirit is bringing that focus in right now. You just need to be still. Maybe you're in the energy of stillness. Just need to be still, but you will know when it's time to move. This card says recognize resentment as projections. Not 100% with that. I mean, because we did have this card that spoke about projections and you projecting good onto people. That could leave you in the energy of resentment, because again, that's you trying to You're falling in love with potential. It's you forcing someone into a role that they are not equipped to operate in, which will leave you full of resentment towards that person, or resentment towards yourself for staying too long in a situation because you're looking at potential. Look, it says everything you want when you're in alignment wants you back. Okay? You weren't in alignment before. Now you are. So you're releasing those things that don't want you back. Because if they wanted you back, they would do the work. They're not willing to do the work. They're not willing to do the work. So don't allow what's hidden to keep you stuck. Because your intuition is on point. It's not hidden. This card says, will you allow the moon to draw you inward, keeping you stuck in emotions that need to be expressed? And remember, we did have that card of expression. You need to express yourself. You need to clearly. You need to speak your truth. It's time for you to speak your truth. Instead of drawing inward and keeping it in, which will keep you stuck. It's time for you to take bold movement forward. And don't be afraid of this energy. Because people are going to hear what they feel, not your intent. So you're going to be taking bold movement forward, speaking your truth. And it may get under some people's skin. But you need to vibe high and know that you have what it takes to be your own knight. Know that there's wondrous and magical things that is going to happen when you speak your truth and move and take bold movement forward. Again, in the moment they may be mad because they're going off of just being immature and superficial things, but as time passes, I feel like they're going to realize your intent, that your intent wasn't to hurt them, but it was just you having to protect yourself from them. And they're not going to understand that until they are ready to do the work and to look into the mirror. Not Nine of Pentacles. These people see you as someone that could be single and thrive. You're single and thriving. You don't mind being single because you're in love with yourself and you're not allowing anyone to come in and to interrupt your peace. You allow peace to settle into every muscle. The Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor. You are moving forward. The Two of Wands represents either moving forward or being stagnant. You are choosing to move forward. And people don't want the relationship to end because you are their sun. You bring the sunshine into a lot of people's life. But that sun also reveals what's hidden. And they don't like that part. Because that's when judgment comes in. But you do it with absolute love. And that's the part that they hate, that they're going to have to... they may have to miss out on. You do it with the love. And that's how they start trying to manipulate your emotions with the Father of Cups in reverse. This could be someone that is emotionally manipulative, but you have, again, mastered your emotions. Sometimes you fall into the abyss, but you don't stay there for too long. You come back to self. Any last messages? Other than, you're single and thriving and making mind over heart decisions. Mind over heart decisions. You need to be grounded in reality at this time. Don't be too far into your Pisces fantasy energy. Just saw the Daughter of Cups in reverse. You're surrounded by immature love right now. And that's the energy you're releasing when it comes to family, lovers. You vibe too high now. You've evolved. Again, you've outgrown them. So you're about to be moving forward with willpower, determination to a new beginning. There's wondrous and magical things happening for you. You're gaining your independence. And it's healing your inner child. It's healing your roots. You're rewriting your story. With each evolution and reincarnation, and I feel like we have multiple reincarnations in our lifetime. Each time we evolve to the next level, that's a reincarnation. Got 2 6s here. You're healing your inner child, the need from equal give and take from people that they just simply cannot fulfill that. And you need to have radical acceptance, because that's what's going to bring the 10 of Cups, one of the happiest cards in the deck. And you deserve to be happy, not stuck and stagnant, not stagnated by people who who act like they want to grow, but not taking the leap of faith to actually do so. So I'm going to end it there. Hope that helped in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Love you all. Just kind of picking up the cards. Love you all. There's a lot of changes going on with the 14 and the 41 here. You are expanding your thinking. That's the change you're going through. And, with the family's card here, they're stuck. A lot of people around you are stuck. So you got to keep it moving. All right. Hope they helped in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Love you all. And until next time, peace.